There's this great quote from John Calvin, a great Christian thinker from long ago. He says that if God wants to judge a nation, he will give them wicked leaders. Okay? This one's hard. If God wants to judge a nation, he will give them wicked leaders. But what's funny is who's choosing the wicked leaders many times? It's a lot of us. It's us. It begins with, again, funny, we the people. It begins with us. It begins with us. We like to now, how many people love to complain about the White House? What's going on in the White House and who's going to be in the White House? Who ought to be in the White House? Who's the best person for the White House? And we love to complain and talk about that and what the person in the White House needs to do and what the person in the White House needs to become and be. But we never want to have that conversation about what's happening in your house, what's happening in my house, and what are things that you ought to be doing, what are things that, how you ought to be participating and engaging and behaving. We don't want to have that conversation. And that's the one we need to have, because eventually what's going on in our house will filter all the way through.